This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe, and let's get right into the news. All right, so we got Boosie. He will be reporting for like a pre-sentencing meeting, I guess, in like a week or two, where this is where he officially says that he's guilty. And then I think they officially sentence him 3 months from now, and he has to go to jail. I don't know if he has to go to jail right away. They might let him get his affairs in order since he did plead guilty. I would be like, listen, if he doesn't get any jail time, you should look like at the side of your eye, like, what? That's all I'm going to say, okay? What? Like, you know, because something ain't adding up at that point. All right, so then we got YK Osiris claims that he is the next biggest R&B star. Bro, you came out in 2018 big and then to nothing. And it's not like he was trying and people weren't receiving it anymore. He gave up. When you give up, nothing happens, okay? You're not even in the algorithm anymore. It says, so somebody says he must have forgot about Chris Brown because nothing wrong with believing in yourself, but Chris Brown exists. You're never going to be the biggest R&B star. You can't. Yeah, you're not going to be Chris Brown. All right. Put it like this: we're in a world where everybody else doesn't give a f, so you can't. He explained. If you care about, I'm not going to take wisdom from YK Osiris. I'm sorry, that just isn't happening, bro. You need to live in the studio. You're not. Every time we see you, you're hanging around somebody else. Like, you need to live in the studio. That's how you're going to win. Drake speaks out. IG says, treat my bad days like pathways. Because it was either that or the ski mask way. Stop it. You were never going to go the ski mask way. You know what? Sometimes Drake just like talks too much. And it's like, what are you even saying anymore, bro? Like, stop. Please. Please stop, bro. Like, no. Now, Drake, with this UMG case that's going on. All right, let's get to this. What's going on here is like, so most people are asking, why isn't he just going after Kendrick? Kendrick's the one who said it. I think this is like this is a way to punish the label because he knows what they did. They boosted, they put some sauce on the Kendrick side. I'm not saying Kendrick was going to win anyway. He was, right? Because people were against Drake anyways at that point. But here's the funny thing. So, yeah, Drake was negotiating his deal. This was the worst time to get into a beef. If you think logistics, they're both signed to the same label. And why wouldn't they diminish Drake a little bit to try to get a better deal, right? They don't want to pay $400 million again for another re-up. So he's going to punish him on this because they came back and tried to like give him a lowball offer after the Kendrick thing, right? So he's like, all right, I'm going to take you guys to court. When you take somebody to court, I don't even know if he has to win. He just has to get discovery with enough evidence to maybe build another case, right? So he's getting into like the CEO's emails. He's getting, everybody who worked on this and that. He's seeing how the inner workings go at Interscope, right? He's getting discovery, and they have to give it over, right? So as long as he keeps getting W's in his case, he'll keep making progress, which will probably result in a settlement meeting between the lawyers where this deal thing will be discussed. And I think that they'll just reach a settlement at one point of a lot of money, but maybe resulting in Drake doing a re-up at the same time. Because do you think they're going to really pay hundreds of millions of dollars and not want to re-up? Of course they are. And Drake's going to need a home, right? Because after this, I don't know, man. Drake's got to really think about this because they could just blackball him after this to oblivion. But if he gets $400 million more, right, guaranteed, does it matter? You can kind of move on from music at that point, right? You could do 1 or 2 more albums and you don't even have to deliver the rest. You could deliver them when you feel like it's safe, when they're begging for them, right? I don't know. Fat Joe should not be talking about Gunna. He's like, I can't listen to Gunna because he said something about that. Like, once you're labeled a snitch, I can't listen anymore, or something like that. Fat Joe tells Jadakiss the rap game has shifted and the most popular figures in the rap industry are rats. He says Gunna is, but he's a rat. Is he? You know, like, really define this. He didn't, okay, the lawyers, if you really look at the way he pled guilty, he never was going to take the stand. Nothing. It was like, oh, yeah, okay. Sure, yeah, YSL is this. It didn't hurt anything. Fat Joe's not the one you should be talking. This guy's the rough and toughest guy, never went to jail. He went to jail for a tax thing with his lawyer. That's what he went to jail for. He didn't go to jail for something gangster. He went to jail because he got ripped off by his own lawyer, and he did nothing about it. Fat Joe's not the toughest guy in the world. He rolls, the people around him are tough. For sure, okay? Don't get it twisted, okay? Terror Squad is tough. But, Fat Joe talks. He keeps a lot of guys around him. He's not the tough guy that goes to jail, and he went to, like, a blue-collar jail, you know? And I'm not diminishing. I couldn't go to jail. Okay? I'm not saying that. I'm tough. Okay? So don't get in the comments and be like, Jordan, you and that. Yeah, I know. Okay? You don't have to get in the comments and say that. We already know I wouldn't last a day in jail, right? Well, I've lasted a day in regular little jail for a traffic ticket. But I'm talking about, like, jail? Like, Rikers? Oh, nah. I'd be food, bro. Lil Zay Osama. Okay, so it's almost like he got set up by Academics. Academics was interviewing him, and then all of a sudden, WACK 100 popped up. I was in and out of the listening to it, but then WACK 100 starts calling him a snitch, Lil Zay Osama. Which I'm assuming, hey, this guy's doing something because Lil Zay Osama's beaten a switch, multiple gun raids, and he's still free. Makes no sense. Something's going on. Is he an informant? Is he what? Who knows, right? But Lil Zay Osama, something ain't right. Something ain't right there, okay? This guy is, like, I'll agree with WACK 100 there. I mean, look at these pictures he takes. His mouth is always open, like, eh? That's the sound you hear. Look at that picture. All you hear, hey, my name's Zay Osama. You know, because, like, he looks crazy, bro. Like, why is your mouth always open, bro? Trying to catch flies or something? Like, his mouth is always open. Pause. All right, so then we already talked about Drake. Rock Nation boss Desiree Perez accuses daughter of plotting $10 million scam with husband. You know, this is like a reverse. Like, I guess her and her husband got divorced, and he had custody. And I guess this is like a reverse of usually the dad's painted as the evil one, and Desiree was painted as the evil one, so the daughter went against her. Family splits are nasty, man, so... You know, I know Nikki's nitpicking on this, and she has her own reasons because she feels like this woman was responsible for her not getting her piece with the title deal. But, hey, it's a crazy situation, man. I'm not going to get into that family stuff, though. Jermaine Dupri laughs while discussing Usher possibly hating him. If he ever collaborated with Chris Brown, they go to the studio and might make Thriller. You know, Jermaine Dupri is talented, so he could do something with Chris Brown. But I don't. You know what I don't like about Jermaine Dupri? Well, no. I like Jermaine Dupri, but you know what's weird about his new style? He tried to really embrace these heart glasses that are made for girls, and like make it his own thing. Like, bro, these are for women, bro. But you can't deny he's made greatness, right? I did not know Eve dated Suge Knight, bro. She's opening up in her memoirs that her brief romance with Suge Knight caused major tension at Interscope because she was signed to Dr. Dre at one point, I guess, and she said she bumped into Suge Knight. She was like, I've been meaning to speak to you, and they had like a romance, and he helped her get out of... So she slept with Suge Knight to help get her out of her deal with Dr. Dre. I wouldn't have admitted that. Some things are meant to be kept secret. Manny Pacquiao interested in a fight against Gervonta Davis at 147 pounds in December. Interesting. King Von's baby mom said Von won her over when he gave her a $2 bill and said, all I got is $2 in a dream. Are you going to roll with me? Yeah, some things are like, it's cute to you, but it's kind of weird to everybody else. Just keep those little romances to yourself. I mean, me too. I wouldn't tell anybody the it sounds corny. You're like, oh yeah, I said this to my girl and some wife and this and it's like, nah, that's like personal stuff between you and your wife or girlfriend, whatever it is. It's like whatever whoever you're with, that's a personal thing between you two that only you two get. If you say to somebody else, nobody's gonna be like, damn, that was fly. And Young Thug reacts to authorities returning seized items on his birthday. Still my birthday, he says, because he talks about getting all his luxury cars. He gets his guns back, too? Wait a minute. Isn't he a felon now? They're going to give him his guns back? What? Are they going to give him back to sell? He can't have them. What, are they going to give him his guns back and then arrest him for having guns? Like, come on, man. This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. If you want to run ads in the channel, it's jordantowermedia at gmail.com. We're doing a special for the next, couple weeks. So make sure you tap in, jordantowermedia at gmail.com below. It's affordable rates for artists and up-and-coming businesses. And it's not going to last long. I would just take advantage of it now, okay? So I appreciate you all. And there's a few spots left because a lot of people have started taking advantage of it and building out their commercials this week. So, yeah, tap in, man. All right. There's only a few spots left. It's Jordan Tower with JT News. Peace.